when you're voicing to time, there's a lot of things to consider, and as I said, it does affect every single genre in some way or another, some more than others. So we're going to talk about why timing is so important and why we have to focus on it and how we have to make that happen. The genres that are affected by it, as I mentioned, there's lots of them. We're going to talk about client and talent pet peeves, as I just suggested, so that we can understand what their point of view is, not just ours, when it comes to timing. Formats that will help you gauge how long a copy is so you can look at it. You should be able to, through experience, and I know through my experience, especially starting in broadcasting, timing was essential for everything, and I'll explain why. Practice voicing copy to time. We're going to do that today. I'll have each of you who want to and who we can fit in for time. Obviously, I'll try and get you all in to read some copy that is timed and some a little unrealistic. Hopefully you can get through it. Tools that will help you read for the time allotted and how to make that work when it is that way if you can't change it. There are ways to change it, and I'm going to talk about that as well, but there's some tools and techniques you can use when you can't. Asking the clients to adjust the copy. What are the protocol? Is there a protocol to that? Can you do that? Should you do that, and when should you do that? Helping you to reword copy to suit the timing as well. I just want you to have an understanding of how you can input a little bit and do a little bit of grammatical editing that will help make it so that it does fit speech pattern in a voicing element is 160 to 180 words per minute. That's also the calculation I use to calculate rates too, is I know that I can do 160 words per minute. That's the number that I use, and I'll show you an equation of how I come up with rates with that later on. So 15 seconds a copy is usually up to about 45 words on average. 30 seconds a copy is up to 90 words. You can talk to many producers and they'll tell you, oh no, it's more like 85 or it's more 105. So, but it varies in around those numbers and so on. It just really depends, like Derek and I were just expressing, that it depends on the style and the pacing of the performance level, and as he said, not everyone is capable of a speed read. If you are a person that's really high energy like I am, speed reads are probably pretty easy for you once you learn how to do them properly. And they may be easy for you right away too. People that are much more patient, much more thoughtful and slow when they speak. So if someone that has that kind of a speech pattern, speed reads are pretty hard for them, and it's not something I always push them into. I might stretch them a little bit when I'm teaching them just to see what kind of speed level I actually can get from them. But because you do want to have different levels of speed to your voice roster, you want to have what I can develop as characters that talk at different paces so that you can pull off the more faster speed reads, the slower speed reads, the timing, the voice flaps, etc., etc. There's a lot of little studying you can do to make that happen. I love choices, and West End Nissan offers me so many. What's a girl to do? I can choose a brand new 2006 Nissan X-Trail XE 4-wheel drive or a 2006 Nissan Altima 2.5S. Choose 0.8% financing or a low monthly lease payment of $249 a month. Or I can lease a 2006 Maxima 3.5 SE 5-seat for $398 a month. Oh, it's at times like this I want to do it all. West End Nissan, 179th Street and 101st Avenue. Check the sign for details. Justin or John, were you able to time me on that?
You were at 39.90.
39.90. Okay. So I'm going to give you some other timing examples. Now these are examples of work that I've done. So this is me having to actually match timing now when we're talking more.
Let's talk about the viruses. Most viruses are bad. Very few are good. Viruses can make you and people around you very, very sick.
They
cause so many different diseases, from cold sores, warts, measles, colds, flu. They can also be contagious. They spread very...
Okay, you get the idea. So that is me dubbing over an East Indian woman. The beauty in dubbing her voice was that she actually had spoke English, so I didn't have to dub over another language. Therefore, it was a little easier to match her voice flaps. But you have to recognize it also changes the cadence in my normal delivery. Learn to start creating different types of characters that are in a hurry. Start adding to your roster of characters. That's how I'd like you guys to all treat it, as rosters of characters that you're bringing to the table, and you're not always going to be you. Make fun of the guy at work who always talks too fast. Make fun of him. Thank you to all of you please don't hesitate to contact me at any time. If there are some more questions or anything I haven't answered, please, I will catch up to you and get you that. Thanks again. Take care, everybody. Until next